Journée Éthique. Nobody asked for my consent. And we are here today, 10 years later. So this is co-organized by me and by Aurélie. Please raise Aurélie Neviol. So I'm associate professor at Sorbonne and I do my research at Loria, and Aurélie is directrice de recherche at CNRS at the lycée at, in the south of Paris. The first thing to say is thank you, because without all these persons, all these funding agencies, we will not be here today, simply. So the first thank you goes to ATALA, l'Association pour le traitement automatique des langues. I don't know if you know about ATALA, but it's been created in 1959. Okay, it's one of the, if not the oldest, one of the oldest association for NLP in the world. I think it's even it's older than ACL, I think. Yes, the current president says yes, so it's probably the case. And ATALA puts money into this type of events, and please have a look and register. These days are really important for the community. It's also financed partly by Réseau thématique LIFT, Linguistique informatique formelle et de terrain, which I'm the PI, and the other one, the Réseau thématique TAL. We also have, of course, help from Loria and INRIA. This is an INRIA building, and the people who helped me here are Loria. There's the organizing team for all the Journée ATALA. That's Gaël Lejeune and Caio Corot. So we already have the proceedings online. I don't know if you've seen them, thanks to Caio. And the website is thanks to Gaël. Without Anne-Marie Messaoudi and Marie Baron, there will simply no, there will be no Journée ATALA Éthique et TAL, because they really helped me overcome all the obstructions from the various systems we have to use so that people can come. So I thank them a lot. And of course, all our volunteers, students, so there are Clémentine, you met Clémentine, Marie, and Amandine at the registration desk, and Valentin here. So thank you very much, everybody. I'm speaking in English, of course, you've heard me, because a number of people, either online or here, don't speak French. But of course, it's a Journée ATALA. So I put my slides in French. Anything is possible. I just want to remind everybody that we are doing natural language processing, and it means languages. Okay, it's not English processing. Okay, it's any number of languages processing. I'm speaking English just because for convenience purposes, but of course, there's no problem if you're speaking in French and have your slides in English, or everything is in French. Of course, some people will not be able to follow everything, but that's fine. Just to give you an idea of what happened 10 years ago, these were the information I gave. So we had an organizing team made of Benoît Sagro and also Daniel Nouvel, because it was organized at INALCO in Paris. And we had two keynote speakers, Danielle Boursier. So she used to be specialized in, she used to be a researcher in law and specializing in data. And she talked about text data and personal data. And Jean-Marie Pirel, who was the lead of the ATILF, so that's the lab, another lab in Nancy, linguistic lab. And he talked about resources, language resources, and platforms. And we had 9 papers. And what's interesting is among these papers, 3 were on anonymization, pseudonymization, anonymization. And it's interesting because today there's none. And vice versa, you'll see that there are a number of topics we are going to address today that were not addressed in 2014, which shows that the domain is dynamic and some new issues arise. If you have a look, there were also papers about data collection, and they included papers about microworking, crowdsourcing, and also crowdsourcing using games. which is also not addressed. It doesn't mean it has disappeared, but now I think the issue is more of a legal one. What happened in the meantime? So before, of course, before this 19... Ok, ça marche pas du tout. Sorry. Where's the... C'est ça? Voilà. Before this 1914 to 2014 Journée d'études ATALA, there were a number of papers mainly about how we produce data. So they were written mainly by people concerned by this, and they were in particular translators. They were concerned by the fact that their translations were used to train machine learning models, and they had no retribution for that. The problem has not disappeared, by the way. We started working on an ethics and big data charter with Alain Couillot around these dates. We created we organized with a number of people who are around here the workshop Eternal at TAL in 2015. Then there were a number of actions, including a special number of the TAL journal about ethics and NLP. It's only after that, I'd say around 2015-16, that there was an international movement toward ethics, and a number of workshops. For example, the ethics and NLP workshop at EACL, the one at NACL, etc. And it gained traction. And today we have ACL adopted the Code of Ethics of ACM a couple of years ago. There was the first conference ethics committee at EMNLP 2020, I think, and the creation of the ACL ethics committee in 2021, of which I'm a co-chair with Minian Khan and Yulia Tsvetkov. So there's been lots of changes in the domain in this particular part of NLP in the past 10 years. And today will help us reflect on that and where we are. And I'm really looking forward to the discussions. And this is, do not hesitate, by the way, there are many young researchers in the room. Do not hesitate to talk to less young researchers who are around you. It's a unique opportunity for you and for us. So this is a QR code that should work, that will guide you directly to the proceedings. So this year we had 12 submitted articles. Given the fact that I only gave you 2 weeks to write the articles, I would say that it's amazing. Thank you, thank you, thank you. 10 were accepted, and they are on biases, which is a topic that's very trendy at the moment that did not exist at all 10 years ago. There's a paper about the impacts of conversational agent. There's a paper on environmental impacts, sorry. And of course, there are papers about minorized linguistic communities, and one of them is also on standards, new standards, and how the industry reacts to that. So that's very diverse. So have a good day. This is the link to the program, just in case you don't have it in front of you. This is for you to have it on your phone and to remind you of that. And I think, again, thank you for coming. And now we'll start. Well, I think it's time to start. Are we on time? Yes, we have 2 minutes to set up things with Anaïs so that we can start with their presentation. And thank you.